How you guys doing? This is Jalen from Jalen Unplugged. This is Unplugged Extras. This is my second channel. Today's video, we are going to be building my ARP. Last video, if you guys missed it, we did build my PSA Dagger Micro. This is going to be my new concealed carry weapon. I'm going from a Glock 19 to the Dagger to try out a smaller platform because it's basically a 43X, but just PSA's version of it. Anyway, let's get to this video. So this will be my first time doing any of this stuff. So don't judge me, don't crucify me. Obviously, leave some comments down below if I'm messing something up or if I'm doing something completely wrong. Let me know because I don't want to blow myself up. But anyways, let's go. We have our buttstock on already and we have our grip on already. The reason we have these two things done already is because when I picked them up, the guy was really generous and he just wanted to do it. I wasn't going to tell him no. It's two less things I have to do. So this grip is already on. It's really night and day with these. So I went with that. So that's why I went with this one when I was picking it up. And same thing with the pistol brace. I'm sorry. The pistol brace, we switched out because this one was like cheap and that would hurt while firing the weapon. So we went with something with a little bit more real estate, and obviously it is clear, it's brand new, and no mag. We went ahead with this one because it is adjustable. So you see there. And so yeah, so that's gonna be the two things that I already changed out. All right guys, so before we start working on this, let me just let you guys know, I come from handguns. I've never owned or worked on or really fired ever a AR or ARP. So this is completely new for me, completely new territory. I have no idea what I'm doing. So don't crucify me once again. But let's go ahead and get started. We have a safety thing in there. So let's go ahead and remove that. All right, so set that to the side. So this is the Palmetto State 7.5 ARP chambered in 300 blackout. The reason I went with 300 blackout is because I intend on this being a personal defense weapon. And 300 blackout is a lot quieter when it comes to being suppressed. And I do plan on getting a can for this at some point. But right now we're not there. Yeah, so I do plan on this being a personal defense weapon. So that's why I went with the folding stock here, because it will be a everyday weapon along with my pistol. So let's go ahead and get started with that being said. We're gonna go ahead and start with our hand grips because these are a lot faster and a lot quicker. So let's go ahead and start with these. We're gonna start with the rail covers. All right, so these are pretty simple. You just pop them in and then you pop in the middle part. You know what, let me throw both of them on there first. Now, let's see. Locked in there. Now let's do this side. Sorry guys, I'm got a bit of a sniffle going on here. Let's get. So we have our rail grips on there. I actually think I might have to take this side back out until I do the O-light. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that real quick. Let me take this back out. And if you guys aren't familiar, this is what a 300 blackout cartridge looks like. And also, if you guys didn't know, these mag pull tabs are made to be popped out by the tips of the ammo. If you guys didn't know, now you know. So we're gonna take this side off just for now until we do our O-light. So we're gonna go ahead and do our hand stop real quick now. With this, I think I'm gonna do this a little different just because of how small this ARP is. We don't have enough real estate to use this the way it's intended. As you can see, it's way too big. It ain't gonna work. So we're gonna do this my way. I think I'm going to go ahead and just use this here as a support. I think I want to do it this way, like that. That is how I think I want to do it, and then throw another M block up here to grip as well. I think that's gonna work out best for the way we're gonna go with this gun, just because it's so small. I don't think it makes sense to have this on there, especially because with this on there, I'm not gonna be able to get a good grip. It's gonna kind of push my hand out too far forward. So like, I'm not a fan of this. I don't know where to, like, it makes me want to throw my thumb up here or here, and like, I just don't see that being comfortable. So I'm gonna go with this grip here, and I think I'm gonna run it like that. So that way it puts my hand in the middle. So my hands lock around that, and then I can use it to pull. So I like that. It's like, it's holding and it's not even screwed in yet. And then once I have the other grips on this side, I'll be able to grip it even better. So I think I'm gonna go with that so I can fist it and get like a good C-clamp there. So I'm a fan of that. I like the way this feels. So I'm gonna go with this because it's more natural. Instead of going with this one, we have our hand stop on there now, and we have our M block cover. So we're gonna pretty much do the same thing on this side with the two M block covers, but we're gonna put our light on first. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let's set these to the side because we're gonna come back to them once we get this done. We have our Olight Odin Mini. So it has a 240 meter throw and maxes out at 1250 lumens. All right, thank you for part of being an Olight family. Da 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 da. Extra stuff, extra stuff, extra stuff, and some more paperwork. So I'm gonna look into how to do this, and I'll be right back. So this is what we're gonna be working with today, our Olight Mini. And then I already took the sticker off the battery, so it should work now. That's cool. It comes with the M-Lock mount, our rail for the button, and then I'm gonna be blocking off this side with that, and then some extra zip ties. So let's go ahead and get started with the light. We have to mount this first, and I want the light to kind of be canted a little bit. So it's gonna be going here. And so let me screw that in now. Nice and snug. We're gonna go ahead and throw our light on there. So that thing ain't going nowhere. So now we just throw this on here, slides in just like this. There, it locks. So now it's locked into place. That thing ain't going nowhere. So far, this is what we're looking like. And dude, we look good. That thing looks good. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's move on to the next part. Oh, never mind. We already got it on. All right, so that's on there. And now this slides in like so. I don't know how good that lock is, but that's all you got to do. You just throw it on there and then you lock. It says when you push it up, it's locked. Oh yeah, that thing ain't going nowhere. Okay, we have our light, and it gives you a little vibration when you turn it on too, so you know that you hit it. But that thing is bright. That thing is real bright. All right, so now we're gonna put our other M-Lock, because you see my hand goes exactly there. And yeah, we'll be good. This build is coming together really good so far. So let me just get this M-Lock in here, and we'll be able to move on to the next thing. All right, so we got our M-Lock in there, and we're looking good. This thing is coming together real good, dude. So next thing, we are moving from front to butt. So now, sights. So let's go ahead and do our sights, and let's get this thing going. Moving on to the Romeo Juliet sights by SIG. And it's gonna be our red dot and our magnifier and the tools. I went to figure out how to do all this and find exactly how I want my my dots to sit, just so that I'm not doing it on video and making this video extra long. So now that I know exactly how I want to do it, we are going to mount the light here, and I'm gonna screw this down. All right, so we got that on nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw our magnifier on, and that is gonna sit just like so. All right, so she's nice and snug there. She's on there. So we got our sights on there, and our sight and our magnifier. And now let's move on to our foldable brace. Now this one might be the longest part, but it's our final part, and then we are pretty much done with this. But yeah, we're looking good so far, man. I really like that foldable sight on there. And then got our thing. Yeah, this is gonna be a really nice build. So this is what we're looking like so far. We're gonna go ahead and move on to removing our castle nut so we can remove our buffer tube. For those who don't know, when you're removing your buffer tube, you need to remove your upper. So it's just 2 pins here, and then they pop out, and then your upper literally just folds off, and then you move on to removing the detent spring here, and then the buffer tube actually comes out, and then I'll move on to the next step. As you guys see, I have the ARP put back together for the simple fact that our castle nut is staked from the factory. So I'm not able to take it off. I'm gonna have to take it to a shop, which I really didn't want to do. I wanted to do this entire assembly myself. I didn't want to have to take it to a shop, but I'm gonna have to take it to my local gun shop to have them do the folding adapter, which was the last piece other than the mag, which it came with. But I also picked up a P mag in the 300 blackout. But that is pretty much it. That would have been our build from start to finish. So I'm gonna take it to my local shop probably in the next couple days to have them add this folding adapter for me. Didn't want to do that, but I gotta have no choice because I don't have the right tools to unstake it to take it off. But unfortunately for me, I'm gonna have to go a couple days. So I'm gonna cut this here and we'll be jumping into the next clip. And we're back, baby. So as you see, the gun looks a little different now. It's been about a week and a half since I recorded that last clip. So I now have the Law Tactical folding adapter for the brace on now. So this is what it's gonna look like. Well, no, that's more so what it's gonna look like while I'm shooting. So when it's out like this, it looks like a regular sized brace, you know, nothing too crazy. And then the magic happens when you hit this button right here, push that button in, and you fold it, and you wanna collapse, bam, look at this. It slides right in the backpack. And it has the adapter for the, this adapter here for the bolt. So it reaches the buffer tube, because this is your spring and everything back here, and then this is the adapter for the bolt. So it functions perfectly fine. You know, we are clear, but it functions perfectly fine. And I love it so far. I haven't taken it out to shoot yet. I've just been carrying it in my bag just to see how I feel about carrying it around. And I love it, honestly. It's so crazy how I have this whole thing in a backpack. It's so insane. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. I'm definitely gonna take this shooting soon. When I do that, and I'm also gonna take the dagger out. So when I do that, you guys stay tuned. You will have 2 videos coming, probably in the next week or 2. I've been real caught up with trading and everything, trying to perfect my craft. But I do want to get out to the range and get some me time with the new build, because this is going to be insane, insane.
to take out to the range. I'm gonna love it. I know I am. It looks so good, and I'm just so ready. I am so ready. All right, so that's gonna do it for today's video. We're gonna close it out here. My name is Jalen. This is Unplugged Extras. Remember, guys, stay unplugged. Deuces. You are so sexy. So sexy.